What's up, everybody on YouTube? AJ Rose back to discuss another video, and today we'll be talking about the 2022-23 NBA trade deadline. Man, guys, where do I even start? There was so much player movement in this trade deadline. Not only that, but this was a legendary week. Of course, LeBron passing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to be the NBA's all-time leading scorer. Just a phenomenal week, and we got to talk about the trades. Of course, I'm going to talk about the bigger trades. I'm also going to shed light on the little ones, that we can talk about, people that are going to potentially be on the buyout market and things of that nature. But we have to talk about the biggest names. And obviously the elephant in the room, the two people traded from the Brooklyn Nets, Kyrie Irving and of course Kevin Durant, which happened in the middle of the night. I was knocked out. I woke up to go to the bathroom and I saw that KD got traded to the Suns, and I was like, whoa, dude. But that was insane. But of course we know Kyrie was traded a few days ago, so we saw that. But the KD one was crazy. So Brooklyn received in a package from the Phoenix Suns, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, and 4 first-round picks. And last year, I was seeing what Adrian Wojnarowski was saying on ESPN last night and today, and for the past few hours, was basically saying that the new ownership of the Phoenix Suns, Matt Ishbia, of course, Robert Sarver had all those controversial things going with him. He ended up having to sell the franchise, but now new ownership pretty much wanted to facilitate the trade to get Kevin Durant. And hey, that's going to be a crazy team. Chris Paul, Devin Booker, of course Kevin Durant, and then DeAndre Ayton. Now we know Chris Paul is getting older. He's going to turn 38, I believe, in May. But Devin Booker, I mean, he's approaching his prime pretty much. He just turned 26 years old in October. He's been great. I mean, he was injured, so he's coming back from that. But I mean, he's healthy now. And Kevin Durant, he'll be returning from his injury, we believe, like probably a week after the All-Star break. So that'll be perfect time for them. Now we know that the playoffs are in April, so they gotta quickly get some chemistry together. But if they get that together, I mean, there's no doubt that they're the favorites in the Western Conference and favorites really to win the championship. Now, we are talking about on paper, of course. Now, we saw what happened in Brooklyn. Of course, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and then James Harden, when they were together on paper, were the best team since sliced bread. But they barely played together. I believe only 17 games, and we saw what happened then and what happened there. Everyone got traded out. It was kind of toxic with all those things that happened there and brewed there. But I think it'll be a different culture, of course, in Phoenix. Chris Paul, he's been their leader. There hasn't been any really controversy throughout his career. Devin Booker's even killed for the most part, just likes to go in and get buckets. That's how KD is. He loves to play basketball at the end of the day, and he just wants to win. And last summer, it was reported that Kevin Durant, when he forced his, well, not forced, but initially requested his trade, that he wanted to go to Phoenix. So it finally happened. The Suns sent that package to Brooklyn, and it's going to be interesting to talk about that a little bit more. Of course, we're going to talk about some more trades that happened in the West. Of course, we're going to get to Kyrie, even though I talked about that already. It made a video on it as well that y'all can go check out. It's wide open. And the West is wide open, but also it's severely stacked. I mean, just thinking about it, you have Kevin Durant in the West, you have LeBron in the West, you have Kyrie in the West, so have the Nuggets, so have the Memphis Grizzlies. The Kings are playing better. There's so many teams, bro. And the thing about it is, I believe the Kings, they've been the 3rd seed for a little bit. Of course, the Nuggets, the 1st seed, and then different teams like Memphis and the Warriors, all those teams. You still the Warriors. I didn't even mention the Warriors. Like, there's a lot of parity, and people are separated by only a couple of games. You could be the 5th seed one day and then lose 2 games, and you mess around and be the 8th, 9th seed. Like, it's a crazy scenario. And the thing about it also is that you're a 1st, 2nd seed, 3rd seed, but if you play against Phoenix or the Dallas Mavericks in the 1st round with Kyrie, you might lose. You might be going home. The top seeds in the 1st round, there's going to be some people that lose in the West just because of how stacked it is. We haven't seen anything like this before. We know in the past years that there's been a lot of player movement and things of that nature, but there has not been this much change that's happened in a short period of time. I mean, mid-season, some of the best players in the league getting traded like this. Kevin Durant and Kyrie, they're all-star starters. They're superstars, bro. This just doesn't happen every day. So the Western Conference, we thought it was stacked in the years past. There's nothing like it now. Like, these playoffs this year are going to be so good. Y'all don't understand. Like, there's potentially going to be a lot of Game 7s. I mean, theoretically. I mean, things happen all the time, unpredictable things. But, hey, man, the playoffs are going to be so good. Since I already made a video discussing the Kyrie trade to Dallas, I'm not really going to talk about that too much. We know they have a great chance to make the finals as well, but I think the Phoenix Suns are their favorite. They just had to put it all together. That's all it is. But we can talk about some more things. This trade happened a few hours before the KD trade, which we thought was pretty significant, and of course it is. Russell Westbrook ended up getting traded to the Utah Jazz, where the Jazz received Westbrook and a 2027 first-round pick from the Lakers, and the Lakers received D'Angelo Russell, Malik Beasley, and Jared Vanderbilt in a 3-team trade with also Minnesota, with Utah, of course. Minnesota received Mike Conley Jr., Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and 3 second-round picks. So I feel like that's crazy. We got to talk about Russell Westbrook real quick though, bro, because I mean, man, I don't think that he's gonna play in Utah. I remember a few years back when he had that little altercation with someone in Utah, one of the fans. So that's definitely not gonna happen.
The chances of Russell Westbrook playing with the Utah Jazz is... There we go. Give me a windy shot.
But in terms of talking about this for Russell Westbrook, I mean, what does this mean for him? What does this mean for his legacy, for his career? I mean, I've heard there's interest from the Chicago Bulls and I believe the Miami Heat on services for Russell Westbrook. But I mean, what is that really going to do? I really don't see the Heat winning. I mean, they had their little window a couple years ago when they're in the bubble and everything, but I think that's gone. I think in the East, the three teams right now are the Celtics, the Bucks, and the 76ers, and it's just everyone else, honestly. And it was the Nets, but of course that team got torn apart, so we're not going to talk about that. But I don't really think the Heat are going to really do too much of anything. Chicago Bulls, same thing. I mean, no disrespect to Chicago because they do have Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan, but I mean that's just not enough. Lonzo is still hurt. They just don't have enough. But anyways, for Russell Westbrook, I mean, I don't know, man. He was playing great off the bench, and of course, the Lakers weren't winning as much. We saw last year that it wasn't really a great fit with him and LeBron together. We should have saw that writing on the wall even before it happened, before the trade, because they play too similar. They need the ball in their hands, they're ball dominant. And even though Westbrook was playing great off the bench, it just didn't match. And there was a little altercation between him and Darvin Ham the night that LeBron broke the scoring record during halftime. So I just think that really led to things happening and him getting traded. But I don't know. Regardless of the situation, Russell Westbrook is a future Hall of Famer, one of the most athletic point guards of all time. I say one of the most because Derrick Rose was that dude. Y'all cannot forget, man. I'm just letting y'all know right now. But yeah, man, it's just... I just feel for Westbrook because he's a great person, of course, off the court, and we love his tenacity, love his competitive spirit, love what he brings to the game. But I don't know, man. It's a sad situation. Now, besides those few, there really wasn't any more superstars that got traded, but there were some significant role player moves. I think the Clippers did a great job responding to the KD trade in terms of building out their bench some more. They added Bones Highland, they added Eric Gordon, and they also added Mason Plumlee, so I think that'll be solid for them. Memphis added a shooter in Luke Kennard with a 3-team deal between Houston and the LA Clippers. And the Rockets received John Wall and Danny Green in the 2023 first-round pick swap. I think that they'll buy out John Wall and Danny Green because they're a rebuilding team. I like this move from the Los Angeles Lakers, adding in Mo Bamba for some more, big bench depth. So that'll be nice for them. They traded away Thomas Bryant to the Denver Nuggets, so I could see that being a little bit of an upgrade as long as Mo Bamba stays healthy. And they also did trade Patrick Beverley in that deal. And then also, I believe this was a 4-team trade between Detroit, Atlanta, and Golden State and the Portland Trailblazers. So let's start with the Trailblazers. The Portland Trailblazers, they got Kevin Knox and 5 future second-round picks, which is a crazy haul in terms of second-round picks. But I mean, that's really just G League talent if you look at it, for the most part. And then Golden State got Gary Payton the second back. That's going to be really essential for them because he was great in their championship run last year, playing great defense. And then Atlanta added in Sadiq Bey, and then Detroit got James Wiseman for the Golden State Warriors. So, hey, James Wiseman, the second pick in 2020, not really looking good for him right now. Been injured, but also just not playing a lot. We'll talk about a couple more right here. So the Philadelphia 76ers traded Matisse Thybulle, and they ended up getting Jalen McDaniels from the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets also made a deal with Portland. They got Svi Mikhailiuk. I forgot his name. He was on the Lakers a few years ago and also played for the Pistons, but the Charlotte Hornets got him, and they got some multiple second-round picks. And then the really last, little significant trade that we're talking about is between the 3-team trade between Brooklyn, the Milwaukee Bucks, and the Indiana Pacers. So Milwaukee finally got Jay Crowder, who they've been wanting from the Suns. Jay Crowder hasn't played a game this year because he was fed up playing with the Suns for some reason that we don't know. So that's what happened there. But that's who Milwaukee got. Brooklyn got 2 second-round picks. And Indiana got Jordan Noir, George Hill, Serge Ibaka, and 3 second-round picks. Some of the losers from this trade deadline has to be the Toronto Raptors, not trading Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, or Fred VanVleet. Fred VanVleet's going to be a free agent this summer, so you wanted to get something out of him. Really, those 3 had been in a lot of trade rumors and talks from teams in the Western Conference being interested in them, but nothing facilitated or happened, so I don't know. The Raptors are just in a stuck place pretty much after winning the finals in 2019. That's 4 years ago at this point, so it's been a while. I mean, not really doing anything. And then another loser, I would definitely have to say the Houston Rockets. They're just getting these old veteran contracts and going to end up buying them out, buying out Danny Green, buying out John Wall, who they already had. Like, who they were still playing anyways. So that was really like a pointless situation. A couple of winners, of course, the Phoenix Suns getting Kevin Durant, because at the end of the day, you give away 4 first-round picks, but I mean, you're getting Kevin Durant. Regardless, whoever got Kevin Durant in a potential trade was going to win, and the Suns are doing that. I mean, they have basically, I mean, if you consider Devin Booker a superstar, and you have Chris Paul still a Hall of Famer, not the same exact player that he was, but still a really productive player, and then DeAndre Ayton, one of the better bigs in the league. So you have a really good roster and a chance to win a championship as long as you can put things together and have the team click. So the Suns, I would have to say, they're a winner. The Mavericks, even to an extent, are winners, getting Kyrie Irving because he's going to be playing his best basketball as long as he can stay healthy, but he's going to be playing his best basketball, trying to get a great contract and a bag this summer. So those are two winners for sure. Also, the Los Angeles Clippers getting a lot of bench depth, like we talked about earlier, getting Bones Highland, getting Eric Gordon to, help scoring off of the bench with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. So that'll be really key. Just a crazy amount of movement, man. We haven't seen anything like this. I'm just so excited to see how this will all shape out in terms of the playoffs. The playoffs are going to be so good. I can't wait to see who's in the finals. I can't wait to see these tight, close playoff games. It's just really going to be a ride for sure because, man, that sounded wrong. Pause. But anyways, I'm just ready for it because I love the NBA so much, man. So much drama, so many storylines beyond just playing basketball. The off-the-court elements of everything. It's just crazy. It's going to be a great playoffs, man. And let me know in the comments down below who you think is a favorite in the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference, and just what your favorite trade was and how excited you are. Anyways, though, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Always make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SwaggyRest, and also on TikTok at SwaggyRest02 for more cooking videos, shorts, and content like that, fun things like that. And yeah, man, trade deadline was crazy, man. Let's talk about it in the comments down below. Stay tuned for more NBA videos, more NFL videos, sports in general, pop culture, lifestyle videos, and all those things. I appreciate y'all. Always be blessed. Love.